Okay, algebraic fractions can be cancelled if the same thing is on the numerator as on the denominator. So if I had, let's get this pen working. If I had 3 on 6, then 3 is common, so it would be 1 on 2. It's exactly the same with these examples, but we have to find the algebra that's common. So the first step is to factorise. We'll take 2 out the front, 2x plus 1 on 2, so that can cross out. Do not just cross these out and say 4x, because it's got to be a multiplier, not an adding. So I've got 2x plus 1, and that's the answer. We'll do this one here. Take out x, the top, and I'm left with x minus 1. The bottom is x plus 1, x minus 1. And I can cross those out, and I'm left with x on x plus 1. Adding and subtracting fractions, you need to find a common denominator, or the good old cross multiplication if you want to use that. So I've got to have 4 outside of x minus 1 minus 5 outside of x plus 3, all on 20. And I span the brackets and collect like terms. 4x minus 4 minus 5x minus 15, all on 20. And the answer I'll write up here because I've run out of room. It's minus x minus 19 on 20. Common denominator is x minus 5, x plus 2. And I've got 2 outside of x plus 2 plus 1 outside of x minus 5. I can't do anything to the denominator, so I'm not even going to expand it. I'm just going to leave it, and I'm going to collect like terms on the top. So I've got 2x plus 4 plus x minus 5, and the numerator is going to be 3x minus 1, and the denominator hasn't changed at all the whole time, and that's my answer. Multiplying and dividing fractions, when I multiply, I times the top and times the bottom. So I've got 2a, and I write an x, 2a outside of a minus 3. And on the bottom, I've actually got a minus 3, a plus 3, because that's a squared minus 9 times 5a. And now we can cross off exactly like we did up here. So I can get rid of an a from here and the a minus 3, and I'm left with a 2. And on the numerator, the denominator, I'm left with a plus 3 times 5. And that's how I leave it. I don't have to expand the brackets. When I'm dividing, I reciprocate the second and multiply. I'm going to do that. I'm going to say 2ab. I'm going to take out a common factor here while I'm going. And this is b minus 3, b plus 3. So I've just factorised this equation here. And now I'm going to reciprocate and factorise it once. So 4b plus 12 is actually 4 outside of b plus 3 on a minus 5, a plus 5. So I've got the same as up here. I just need to cross things off that are common and write what I'm left with. So a plus 5 is common, b plus 3 is common. Notice it's a times here. I can't do that when it's a plus or a minus. So I'm left with 8ab on the top, this 2ab and the 4. And on the bottom, I'm left with b minus 3, a minus 5.